Hey everyone, this is Lizzie, and today I have a little bit of a different project to share with you using some fabric and felt with the new heart stackable dies from Lawn Fawn. I'll be showing you how to make these cute canvas treat bags that would be perfect for Valentine's Day. Of course, depending on how they were decorated, they could be used at any time of year as a nice way to present someone with a small gift. So of course I'll be using the stackable heart dies as well as the XOXO Scripty die. I'll be using some fabric and felt, and then I'll also be using this Heat and Bond. I have the light version, which says it's good for lightweight fabrics, machine applique, and quilting. And this is how I'm going to adhere my felt and fabric onto my canvas bag. This is a really easy way to do that without having to use any glues. And then the other thing that it does is it helps stabilize the fabric, because the fabric is real thin and it's a little bit difficult to die cut. So it provides that sort of nice stability as well as the adhesive. So first I'm going to get some pieces of the fabric and felt cut to size. So I'll be using the white felt with this XOXO die, and then I'm going to cut a corresponding piece of the Heat and Bond. So that is approximately the same size as the felt. And I'll be doing that for all of the fabrics, the blue felt as well as the kind of corally pink fabric. So now that all my pieces are cut to size, I'll adhere the Heat and Bond to the felt and fabric using an iron. If you remember, there's a waxy side and a paper side to the Heat and Bond. I am applying the waxy side to the back of the felt because this is what will melt onto the fabric to adhere it. I'm ironing on the paper side, which is essentially a backer piece that we will peel off later when we adhere it to the canvas bag. So you can see it peels off real easy. And I will keep doing that for all of the pieces. You can see for this fabric piece, I am adhering the waxy side to the back of the fabric. It doesn't really matter for the felt because either side could be used for the project, but it's important that you adhere the waxy side to the back of the fabric if you are using fabric. Otherwise, you will have adhered it to the wrong side. So the temperature of the iron is set to medium, which is just what the directions say on the package, and as you can see, it adheres very quickly. The video is sped up just a little bit, but it really just only takes a couple seconds to fully adhere to the fabric. It's really nice. So now that the Heat and Bond is applied to the felt and fabric, I can go ahead and die cut my pieces. So I'll be using 2 of those heart dies and just trying to figure out how I want to arrange the stripes on that heart. And then once I'm happy with it, I'll go ahead and run that through my Big Shot. And now I'll use the XOXO die to die cut the white felt. Now I would suggest using a shim to die cut these words. Die cut through the felt fine, but it just took a little bit of prying out in order to get it to come out fully. So just using a shim, either a piece of cardstock or if you actually have a metal shim, would be nice just to kind of make the die come out a little bit easier. So now that all my pieces are die cut, I'm just going to try and figure out an arrangement. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do when I had everything cut out, so I'm just playing around with a couple different arrangements. But what I ended up choosing is this arrangement with everything centered. I thought that looked nice. So as you can see, I peeled off the backer piece of that Heat and Bond, and then now I am ironing it onto the canvas bag, just in the same way that we ironed the Heat and Bond originally to the fountain fabric. And I went ahead and put some tin foil behind the canvas bag just because the felt is a little bit thick, plus the couple layers of canvas, so I wanted to have that heat transfer through and help it adhere a little bit quicker. So that's why I used that. So that's definitely optional. And then I will just go ahead and use the iron to adhere everything else down. So here is the final result. I really love how it turned out. The Heat and Bond worked really nicely. Everything is pretty securely adhered to the bag. And then it is ready now to be filled with whatever goodies or treats that you want to give as a gift. So I wanted to try one more design, and I really like how it turned out. This is definitely an example of how you can use this sort of idea year-round. So I'm using the same felt and fabric colors as I did before and going through the exact same process. So I'm just adhering some Heat and Bond to that fabric, and then I'll be using one of the smaller dies in that heart stackable die set, and I'll be die cutting 4 of those hearts in this fabric. So after the 4 hearts were die cut from the fabric, I also die cut 2 of the same size hearts from the blue felt to serve as leaves for the flower. Off camera, I went ahead and ironed everything down like we did previously. I also die cut and ironed on my sentiment using the Scripty Hugs die. To finish off the flower, I used a cream colored button which was threaded with some silver sparkle lawn trimmings and glued it to the bag with some glossy accents. So here are the 2 finished projects. These were so quick and simple to make, and they're a great project to get a little more use out of your die cuts. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.